What's going on, fellow Platinum Trophy chasers? Today, we're going through my experience with getting the Platinum Trophy for Star Wars Jedi Survivor. This game is a total of 54 trophies with 2 gold, 7 silver, 44 bronze, and a Platinum Trophy. The trophy balance in this game is literally horrible. I can't even think of another game that is this rough of a balance between trophy types. But get ready to explore the galaxy and scan and collect almost everything in your path to Platinum this game. When going for this Platinum, there is one missable trophy, which is You've Got a Friend, which is to direct your companions, Bode and Marin, to assist in combat 10 times each. The only reason this is missable is because you can only direct Bode in Chapter 1 and 4. And if you do miss this, it's not that big of a deal because you can direct Bode right away in Chapter 1 in New Game Plus. When I started this game, I had high hopes for this game and was not let down. This game was great, playing through and getting the Platinum. Some early good news about this title also is there's no difficulty setting trophy, so you can drop it down to story difficulty, sit back and relax and play the game without worrying about dying a ton. I started the game on story mode just so I could run around and explore freely without too much resistance, as there are a few trophies that require some heavy exploring and collecting. Teach their own though, feel free to put the game on the hardest difficulty if that is more your style, and you do you. I overexplore free roam games and typically try and get everything in each zone before moving on, which does not work well in this game, as you need certain abilities in each zone that you don't have right away. Also, by doing this, I definitely wasted a ton of time randomly running around, as throughout the game there are map upgrades that drop the location of everything you need on the map to make it easier. So I would suggest you don't run around and explore heavily like I did until you get the upgrades and beat the story. There are a total of 5 collectible map upgrades that are spread throughout the galaxy. These upgrades put the location of every collectible on your map except for the Jedi Chambers, Force Tears, and Fish. The Jedi Chambers and Force Tears are relatively easy to find and are always right by other collectibles on your map, so you won't have a problem finding these when you're going for the other collectibles. The fish are even easier to find when grabbing the collectibles. All you need to do is keep an eye out for water, as Scuba will be around to catch a new fish at each location. There are 12 fish in total that you need to fill up the aquarium for the scuba diving trophy, and there are only 2 locations that he's in. There's 2 fish in Jeddah and 10 in Kobo. The great news is you don't need to find every collectible to get the Platinum, which if you did, this game would turn to a never-ending spiral of picking stuff up, as there are a ton of collectibles. But you still need to collect a decent amount of them. As for the scanning portion, when playing through the game, every time you defeat a new enemy, make sure you scan it right away with BD, so you don't miss any during the playthrough. If you do, you can always go back and find the missing ones, but it's way easier to scan them as you defeat them. With the collectibles and scanning, this accounts for 6 of the trophies. Completing the Jedi Chambers and Force Tears each have their own trophy as well, which will be completed roughly at the same time as the collectible ones. The last trophy that really requires a ton of exploring is I'm a Living Legend. This trophy is to defeat all legendary adversaries throughout the galaxy. Most of them are in your main pathway, but some are off the beaten path and semi-hidden. When I played through, I was only missing a couple at the end and just looked up their locations and ran right over to them. The majority of the trophies in this game are acquired by doing random things though, such as hitting 3 enemies with a roller mine, doing different attacks X number of times, and keeping your feet off the ground for a minute. These are all easy to get, as the description of each trophy tells you exactly what to do. But there are a lot of random trophies that you have to do to get the Platinum. The one trophy that might cause you some trouble, however, is Gambler. To get this, you need to win every Holo Tactics match. They start out easy, and the further you get along, the harder they get. I won the first couple of matches no problem, and then I started getting absolutely wrecked. If you want to breeze past this quickly, there are a few guides out there that make the matches very easy and tell you exactly what characters to use and how to win, essentially. This game took me 38 hours to plat. I overall really enjoyed playing this game and getting the plat. I like this one better than the first one. They were both great games, don't get me wrong. I just felt like this one had way more to do and had some nice upgrades. If you are not a huge Star Wars person, I still feel like you will enjoy this game. The story is easy to follow and you don't have to play the first one to really understand what's going on, as they do a nice recap before the game starts. Let me know in the comments if you played on this game and what games you'd like to see in the future. Make sure you subscribe and join the chase so you don't miss any future videos. Until next time, remember, plat chasing isn't a hobby, it's a lifestyle.